In this video, we will learn how to make botanical drawing using Adobe Illustrator. As usual, we will make a new file and choose A4 and then create. And after that, we have to drag the robot women to the paper. Make sure it's fitted on the A4 and then check on the opacity, make it lower so we can trace on them so it's gonna be light. And then take the layer out, make a new layer, and then lock the first layer, which is the robot women, and then start to use the pen, and then turn off the filling, just using the outlines. And it's gonna be 1 point for the outlines. And we're gonna start, and then we can bend it with the pen. Try to follow the body and make sure it's not the same line with the body because it's a cloth, so it's supposed to be slightly bigger than the robot. And we're just gonna do half size. And when it comes to the middle part, make it straight using shift. And then using the second arrow, we can change the angle. So the first one to move, the second one to change the angle. Then we copy, we press Command C, Command F, and make sure we finish until the neckline. And then right click, transform, reflect, and then drag using shift to make it straight. And then try to finish the back part. And after finishing the back part, we can start to fill in the dart, for example. And you can use a straight line. And make sure the point is smaller because it's a dart, maybe 0.5. And then copy, Command C, Command F, and then transform, reflect, and drag it to the other side. And then the opening system might be on the back, so we can give a straight line from the center back, so it will be picking up from the front side. And then after that, maybe we can do the stitches details. So using the pen again, try to follow the angle. Zoom in if it's make you easier. Command plus or Control plus, and then when you reach the middle part, you can change the line, make it smaller, and then you can change the angle with the second arrow. So it will be closer to the neckline. And after that, you can activate the stitches detail. So now click on the dash line from the stroke and then make it 2 and 1. So dash 2, gap 1, and then it becomes a stitches like that. Then copy it again and reflect it to the other side. And we can apply it at the bottom seam. Another stitches at the bottom. And as usual, we're just gonna draw it half size. And when you reach the middle part, click shift to make it straight. And you can continue or you can just copy from the other side. So make sure it's the same angle, but it's always better to copy from the other side. So now we're going to copy this and we're going to make the back. So we have to turn this over, reflect, so it looks quite the same because the angle is almost the same, and then we're going to delete the part that we don't want to. And using the second arrow, we try to delete the small pieces. It's not useful for the back part, so we're just gonna delete it using the second arrow. We're gonna keep the one that is useful for the back part. Then we're gonna start to make the opening system. It's supposed to be a zipper, or it can be a button, but it's supposed to be on the central back. So I'm just gonna put the lines longer. And I'm gonna put the end of the zipper so the seamstress understand where the zippers end. I'm just gonna draw a simple zipper, so it will be an invisible zipper on the central back. And after that, we're just gonna apply it at the top of her back, near the neck. And after that, we can add details like dart on the back, middle back. So left dart, and then we continue with the other dart. So basically, we're just gonna copy this, Command C, Command F, and then transform. So the angle is the same, and then just drag it with a shift, so it will be straight. So basically, that's the most simplest way on how to do technical drawing for the top. And now, for example, if we have not a sleeveless top, for example, we have a sleeve, then it means we have to change the shoulder angle. It's supposed to be wider. So using the second arrow, try to make it big and lower. So we're supposed to make half size and make sure the other side has the same angle. And then now we complete the sleeve. And I think the armhole is supposed to be bigger as well. So again, using the second arrow, we have to change the armhole level so it will be lower. And after finishing the half size, and as usual, we're going to delete the other side, the other half, and then we're going to use the finished version of the left side. Copy, Control F, and then we reflect, and then using a shift, make it straight. And after that, we can copy and reflect it, and then finish the back part like before. And another example, after the tops, we will try to make the bottom part. So it's the same. So basically, we're gonna make a short, a high-waisted short. So try to get the angle correctly. As usual, do it half size. Then continue on the waistline and using shift to make it straight. So a little bit lower and then press shift. And then Command C, Command F, or if the angle is not correct, you can change it with the second arrow. So basically, you can always fix any angle of the lines. If you're not satisfied with the lines that you make, you can always change with the second arrow. For example, the angle of the trousers, or even the length, you can always make it longer just by using the second arrow. And now we're copying to the other side, but then it's too close to each other, the middle part, so we can change again the angle. Try to fix it so it will look better when you copy to the other side. And then after you think it's already done, do Command C, Command F again, and then reflect. And using shift, make it straight. And I think it looks better now. And then you can start to do the central line using the lines over there. And then you can do the back waist And after completing the waist, we can start to move on with other details like the side pocket, for example. And I put the stroke smaller, and then I use the lines to make the side pocket, and then Command C, Command F, and then copy to the other side. Drag it with a shift to make it completely straight and the same angle. And then I can make another stitches detail. I copy the line for the stitches detail. So after you copy, don't forget to click on the dash line to make it like stitches, and then make the weight of the stroke smaller as well. So the gap is 1, the dash is 2. And then copy to the other side and make it close to the side pocket, and then start to do the bottom stitches the same way on how to do it. And after completing the bottom stitches, make sure that you add the opening system. For example, we will use a side zipper. Then we're gonna add the end of the zipper. So we're gonna put a mark on it, and then we're gonna add the zipper on the top. And so after finishing the details of the zipper, we're gonna add extra lines on the folded part, for example, around the crotch area. So normally there is a simple line that we need to add on the crotch line. So we're gonna use the brush, try to use the flat one. And then I'm gonna use maybe gray or dark gray, and then put the numbers smaller for the stroke. And you can always adjust the angle using the second arrow as usual, so it will look more natural. So basically on the technical drawing, if we have a gather or if we have any details folded part, we can either use the pen to make the lines, or we can also use the brush to make it more natural. And there is a lot of different angles and also type of brush that we can use. So just try to find the one that we prefer to, or the one that we think it's nice to see. And then again, we're gonna copy and reflect it to make the back part, just like before we did with the top. And after we reflect, we will delete the parts that we don't need to. So we will draw another folded line for the back part using the brush as well, but the difference is the angle, because it's from the back, and also there is a shape of a butt, so it will be rounded. So because in the crotch from the front, the line will be different with the one from the back part. So I'm going to use the same color and then try to draw, it's like a W, because it's showing the angle of our butt or back. Then you can always change the angle again, and also the size of the stroke. And you can type it. If it's really small, just type the number. So that's the basic way on how to make a technical drawing. Hope the video could help you to finish the work.